Turn around 3 times. Start shooting.
Exclusive black equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes. Personalize the way you see everything. And then conquer Exclusive black equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes. Adjust the angle effortlessly for maximum comfort.
Triple kill! Godlike! Ultra kill! Rampage!
you do that? How did you do that? Did you think it was?
And welcome to day 2 of the ESL India Premiership September session of the fall season, brought to you by Open by HP, Zawi by BenQ, HyperX, and organized by Nodwin Gaming. I'm going to be your host for today, Angela, and we have got lots of back-to-back games happening for y'all. To begin with, we do have Clash Royale, followed very closely by Dota 2. We are not going to have any Counter-Strike games today, but it's going to be a double trouble of Clash Royale coming towards you. To begin with, we're going to announce the first teams of today. It's going to be Mrin going against Mukul. Yesterday, Mrin did have a little hard run against Mukul, but today he'll be playing. Who is he playing? Today he's playing. Let me just check quickly. So let's just quickly bring them on screen, and I'll give you an introduction to today's Clash Royale game. Alright, so it's going to be Mrin against Hasib today. Let's quickly introduce Mrin before we get into further things. He's one of the top Clash Royale players in the country. He did win the 2016 Masters of ESL India Premiership. He didn't have a good run through the summer season, but he did attend the summer season finale in Mumbai. But he really failed to make a big impact over there. In the fall season, July phase, he finished 6th despite winning 4 matches. Meanwhile, in the August phase, the player finished 5th. Unfortunately, in the first match of the August phase, Mrin failed to secure a win. He will try to change that and get back to his winning ways today. On the other side, we have Hasib Nazir. He's from Bombay. He's been playing this game from the time it's been available, so that's like a pretty long time. He stood first in the April session of the Clash Royale Masters League, but since then his form has deteriorated as the months in the summer season passed by. He was almost relegated to the Challenger League at the end of June session, but strong performances in the playoffs helped him to retain his spot in the CR Master League. He attended the summer season finale of ESL India Premiership 2017 in Mumbai. However, he too could not make it past the first round. In the July phase of fall season, he finished 5th. However, in the August phase, he had a drop in performance and finished 8th. But he managed to assert his dominance in the subsequent playoffs and retained his spot in the September phase Master League. Today he plays his first match in the September phase of the fall season. He will try to begin his campaign on a winning note. So we have two big powerhouses coming in today. We have Mrin, who has been the 2016 ESL Premiership champion, and we also have Hasib, who has also proven himself time and again that experience does play a big role. So let's just quickly get into game 1. After that, we do have another game coming up for you guys again in Clash Royale, and then we're going to have Dota 2, which is going to be Genesis versus XRG. I will see you all really soon. I'm going to give it out to my caster now, Manoj Gola, who's ready to take the game with us. Let's go.
Make the ground shake.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ESL India Premiership's daily stream. This side with Rishabh Bhagatbilla Vora.
Hi guys, it's a pleasure to be here.
And as usual, we're going to start off with the Clash Royale match. Well, this is not as usual as it gets because today we're in for a treat actually. We're going to have 2 games of Clash Royale. Double trouble, yeah. So the first game, Mrin versus Hasib, just like our host Angela has told you guys, we are going to watch a game between a zapping Evis trying to stop these 2 barbarians being birthed every few seconds from the hut. Poison taking out quite a bit of HP from both the tower and the hut. Wait, so Hasib is sort of in the lead when you consider elixir and tower damage, but it's only been what, just under a minute, and I think can change. This is the ESL India Premiership after all. So what do you think? I see the Mega Knight over there, and Mrin has some excellent gameplay a couple of days ago that we saw with the Mega Knight. Do you think it's going to be a repeat of what we saw, or is the result going to be any different?
I mean, it can be. Hasib has a graveyard which can easily, Mega Knight can easily counter the graveyard. And the cards that you have, apart from the P.E.K.K.A there, they are quite, they don't really pack a punch. True. A tank.
Yes. So I guess you are right. The P.E.K.K.A is the only card in his hand right now that can stand up to a Mega Knight. But isn't that enough though? Like, what do you think? Both the players have poison, so tower chip damage is going to be the same almost for both of them. And so far, Mrin wasn't able to chip any damage off the tower. And we just saw the Mega Knight just got pulverized by the P.E.K.K.A, and now it's making its way across the half line. Yeah, okay. Graveyard poison combo, chipping down damage. Very good, very good. So yeah, and 14-12 HP left on the tower. We have entered double except which deck do you think is stronger now, Mrin or Hasib?
I think Mrin has a stronger deck here.
In the double exit time, right? Okay, are we going to see the Mega Knight plop down and destroy some unsuspecting cards right about now?
Depends if somebody is able to get, like Hasib, Mrin is able to get a tower, then he can actually make a lot of plays which dictate the play. So he can drop the Mega Knight into Hasib's part of the side. So that will reduce his control of the entire area like that.
Oh wow! So Mrin just destroyed Hasib Evis, and unless he is able to place his new Evis in a better position, that Inferno Dragon is going to wreak all kinds of havoc. And there you go, the Evis is out. Hasib only has a zap now to control the dragon's damage, but down comes the Mega Knight. I think we're gonna see this tower go down pretty quick, pretty soon.
Uses zap to reset.
There we go. Yeah, this tower is going down. We are in overtime, and 5 seconds into overtime, that Mega Knight drop as well as the the Inferno Dragon has won Mrin the first round, 1-0 in favor of Mrin. And we are eagerly awaiting the start of the second match. But before it does, let's just take a moment to thank our best friends in the entire world, as me and Gautam have come to call them. We have Omen by HP, our title sponsor for the ESL India Premiership. And not to belittle our other friends, we have Zoe by BenQ and HyperX, who have made everything as possible. Like we at Nordwind Gaming bring this production to you live because these guys help us a lot. And
yeah,
I guess that's it. Without them, it wouldn't be possible. So, having said that, let's see if we are ready for the next game. And yes, we are. Well, this is quite a sync between us and production, isn't it, Rishabh?
You have 6 sense, dude.
Yes, I do.
You can dictate everything.
Yes, I do. Okay, so looks like Mrin has brought out his own Mega Knight with a Hog Rider and a P.E.K.K.A. So this is a beatdown / overcycle Hog. I have no idea what is happening. The Mega Knight has changed the meta too much. Like I still need to watch maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 more matches before I actually get to understand what's going on.
You don't need to watch these matches. You need to play. See, you need to play with the Mega Knight to feel it.
Yeah, I do. I see only 2 issues here, right? I don't have Mega Knight. This Mega Knight just dropped down on the tower is going to do huge amounts of damage to it. Just look at that. He jumped down, did 500 damage, and then 1030.
I mean, the best way to stop Mega Knight is when you have cards which you drop very close to him before he can take that leap.
So that he can't do his splash damage, right? So that's the issue, right? And the problem with the Mega Knight is once he reaches the tower, even if you push him away from the tower, right, his splash damage does manage to hit the tower too. It's very, very tough to, counter. And contrary to the first game, it looks like Mrin is in the advantage right now. He's doing the push and he's pushing hard. 590 HP left on Hasib's tower on the right, 1854 on the left, while Mrin's own tower is pretty much untouched.
I mean, that's basically because Mrin was able to get his Mega Knight to the tower. And, Hasib didn't have any answer for it. That's why he was able to get so much damage onto it. Now, it looks like Bandit will also get caught. Perfect timing.
Perfect timing. He just saved a lot of elixir and probably his tower too. But that Mega Knight is reaching the end of his story. Down goes the Mega Knight, and here comes a huge push.
Hasib here has a P.E.K.K.A, Mega Knight, and like a lightning spell, which is about 7, and 6 elixir. You can understand how much behind Hasib is currently with the tower having so much less HP right now. I don't think it's possible for him to come back from this game. He's clearly been overdrafted in this game.
True. So 20 seconds left. We see a Hog Rider supported by Bat quickly taken down by the Evis. So on the right, you think Mrin is going to just defend and finish off the tower with his poison?
I mean, that's what I'll do. Seems the best course of action here right now. He's already got the game. He's already got the game here.
True. So there we go. Just like we've talked about how with our limited understanding of these Masters level players, he's using the poison. And look, maybe he'll just cycle to the next poison, which is his next card. And that should take care of it, right? Poison and a zap.
Yeah, that'll be enough.
But first, the first thing to do is take care of this Magnite, which the Inferno Dragon has made short work of. Yeah, there we go. He didn't even need the poison now. He did bandit, just dashed and brought it down. So 2-0 in favor of Mrin. Congratulations. Hasib is in some real trouble right now. Since this is the best of 3, he has to win the next 3 games in a row if he wants to win this series. But so I guess the pressure is really onto him now. What do you think? Will we see a golem?
We might. Hasib is known for his golems. Right?
Yes. Right, but I don't know. Is the golem good right now?
Not really. You know, I believe like the Mega Knight is just a bandit which has splash damage and is tanky as well.
Yeah, tanky as hell. And dude, he has splash. The splash is so OP. Like he's changed the meta quite a bit. Like we don't see skeleton armies anymore. We don't see goblin gangs. That's quite new. So
I think like it's brought the old cards in focus again. Knight, Pekka, Mini Pekka.
Mini Pekka,
so,
yes.
You know, we're going vintage back on this.
New meta?
Yeah.
New meta with old cards. So I hope we're ready for the next game, and hopefully we'll see it on the screen quite soon. Sixth Sense right there.
You're the man.
Okay, seriously, Golem, Hasib, yay!
Party.
Okay, so Hasib is gonna try to mask the fact that he has a golem for as long as possible, but I don't think it's possible, right? That looks like a pretty standard golem deck. Evis, Baby Dragon, Log, and Lightning. How effective is the Lightning against the Mega Knight? Or against this particular deck anyway? I see the Inferno Dragon going down. I see the Knight maybe taking a lot of damage, but how effective is it really?
I mean, I can see only 2 cards which really Lightning can have an effect on bats and archers. They're just not really worth for you to expend the Lightning on.
True.
So if Mrin is coming up with a very heavy push, Hasib might be able to, clear it out with the Lightning. I don't think it's really...
Good placement of the Log there though. Hasib managed to get off scot-free. His Elixir character hasn't taken much damage. Minute 48 into the game, and neither player has made many huge strays, but Hasib is definitely in the advantage though. He has the Elixir character down, giving him extra Elixir by the second. And we might go a second Elixir character. Wow, okay. And Mrin has no way to answer this, man. No way to answer this at all. All he has to do is take care of the princess on the left, and he should be able to build a huge push going into the last minute, which is also double elixir. There we go. Another well-placed Log taking care of the goblin barrel. And in about 5 seconds, we're going to enter double elixir, and presumably Hasib is going to come out with a huge push. And how often do you see 3 elixir characters down on the ground at the same time in a tournament game?
That's very rare.
Eve is gonna go down, stop the goblin gang and Knight push. And there we go. His finger is on the golem ready. He's released the beast.
Now that's the thing with Hasib, like it happens with me as well when I am playing, maybe an ice golem deck. I have this feeling.
Oh wow! Okay, so I'm not sure if you saw what happened, but the golem the Log missed one of the goblins and it just took the tower down. Yeah,
but still, like the golem has managed to reach the tower there, and he has a push going up on the left.
And a huge push, and one push, and the tower is less than half HP.
Oof. But I guess it was not really worth the trade because that Log really was a mistake on Hasib's end. Like he could have timed it better.
Yeah, and lucky for him, the laser dragon managed tower before starting to hit it, but Ooh, okay, the lightning is going to come into his hand too late, but he still chooses to use it anyway. I really don't agree with that. Do you? 635 HP left.
You still managed to got a fair amount of damage. The prince is there to kill the...
And look at Hasib, just golem after golem after golem. He really has to defend on right. That Mega Knight is going to destroy. Okay, there we go.
They use a zap to counter.
No, he placed his own what do you say, his goblins there, distracted the Mega Knight, and then the Mega Knight just decided to go back into Mrin's own base, and yeah, that was enough to save Hasib's own tower, and Mrin's tower has gone down thanks to the golem. 2-1 in favor of Mrin.
That aggro really defines this game. The way he could pull
the Mega Knight. See, true, the Mega Knight is such a powerful card, such a huge threat to towers and small units, but you can easily kite it. We a couple of days ago, we saw the Mega Knight make a full circuit of all 4 towers. Like, he started on one side, got into the other, went back to the other lane, went back into his own base, and then died, like returning to the homeland.
I mean, that's what we will see. This is a card that we haven't. It's the first time that you're showing. We are getting to experience all these crazy things happening.
Yeah.
With every phase that happens. New cards,
new strats. Okay, so 2-1 in favor of Hasib. Let's just take a moment and make a slight prediction. What do you think? Who's going to win this one?
I guess Mrin has it. He might have changed his deck. Golem thing works for him. Others, not really.
Well, again, we have to remember that got him down when he was in his golem prime.
And surprisingly, Hasib was the guy who brought Mrin down. Remember the first phase?
Oh yeah, true.
First phase. Hasib was the only person who was able to, he has the title of being first to defeat Mrin in a game.
Ooh, I feel for that princess, man. I feel for that princess.
The mountain just crushed the queen.
And that tower is going to take a lot of damage.
The bandit and the Mega Knight.
694 HP. Mrin has all but destroyed Hasib's tower in the first minute of the game, keeping his own towers at full health. Look at that, well-placed logs. So the issue here is Hasib is a good player, Mrin is a good player, but I don't think up until now, not many people have managed to fool Mrin with differently placed barrels. He's always able to predict and work his logs right into the paths of the barrel. So yeah, he's gonna use his Ice Spirit to stop the Inferno Dragon, but was that really necessary though? It
was, some sort of damage you save, like when you're at that level, that HP of Earth, you really need to defend with all you have. So Ice Spirit was a very apt move, and he used it at the right time, just to divert the attention of the dragon.
Okay.
At the right way.
10 seconds left until we enter the last. Might just be this matchup's final game, but don't worry, we have one more matchup coming up.
Double trouble it is.
Double trouble. Double trouble. It's quite fitting though, the month of 2v2.
Yeah, you got that right. Using fun.
Okay, so again, 664 HP left. I'm just gonna hit 30 seconds on the timer. And we see a huge push coming down on the right. Oh, that Mega Knight just makes short work. And yeah, tower goes down. Hasib is in some trouble. I don't think 20 seconds is enough to get out of this. So, there we go. You want to count down with me? We're going to start at 5 because starting at 10 cringe. So, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and congratulations.
Right.
Oh, he did manage to get one hit off onto the tower at the end, just to sort of demoralize Hasib.
Can't really do anything, man. Doesn't make sense. Mrin is the winner here.
True. So congratulations, Mrin. That's some more points for you on the leaderboard. Is it possible to look at the leaderboard right now? And there we go. That's level premonition, guys. So Mrin's first victory, I guess he lost the match a couple of days ago. Ruben, Mukul, and Mrin leading the points with 3 each, while everybody else hasn't either played or has lost their only match.
What do you think is going to happen this, like this phase, since this table will be the people who we'd be seeing at the Masters line? So who do you think?
I want to reserve my judgment until the next match. The new entry into the Masters League, Sushil.
Yeah.
I want to see how he plays. Like, I really want to say I want to see everybody else back who I met in the first LAN event, but it'll be nice to have some fresh blood.
Yeah, I'm sad about Tahir leaving Masters.
Yeah, it's okay though. He's a fun guy. He'll always be a part of the Masters, man. Even if he doesn't casting bench or we're gonna put him on the analysis bench, it's fun because he has some really interesting points of view on the games. So are we ready for the next matchup, which is going to be Sushil versus who?
It's gonna be Jimit against Sushil.
I'm mad, dude.
Welcome everybody, and once again welcome to the ESL India Premiership 2017 fall season's final session, which is brought to you by Omen by HP, HyperX and Zowie by BenQ and organized with the lovely folks at Nodwin Gaming. I'm your host Wagish Godspan, and right now what you just witnessed was the best of 5 of Clash Royale happening between Mrin Lakar and Hasib Iqbal Nazir, which went in Mrinmoy's favour. 3-2 on the final score line, which also says a lot of things about how Mrin is looking at the current session, given his performances in the last 2 sessions of the fall season. Now, moving ahead, ladies and gentlemen, we have a match in the offing. We have 2 amazing players rearing to have a showdown against each other, so let's quickly take a look at both these players. Alright, so we have a game between Jimit Bhatt and Sushil here. So quickly, let's know about both these players here. Now, Jimit Bhatt, starting with him here, he's from Mumbai. He started his journey in the Clash Royale Challenger League of 27 ESL India Premiership, and he quickly got promoted to the higher leagues given his stellar performances. Now, he was not able to convert his online presence at the summer season LAN finale. He got defeated in the first round by fellow Mumbaiker Ruben Tikuna. And in the fall season, the July phase, the player finished second. In the following phase, in August session, that is, he managed to secure a 4th place finish with 4 wins from 7 games. Whereas his opposition here, Sushil Abhi, he's from Delhi. He's been playing the game since its release last year. And when he's not playing Clash Royale competitively, he's a student in school. Now, he entered the ESL India Premiership 2017 through the Starter Cups and climbed his way up from there. And he plays his first ever match in Clash Royale Master League today. So, will Jimit Bhatt prevail against his new contender, Sushil Abhi? Or is it going to be Abhi's day? We'll find out soon enough when this best of 5 Clash Royale happens.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Clash Royale. Again, this is Super Bagatbilla Vora. And this is the second match of the day. This is quite a treat for us. We don't get to watch 2 matchups in a day. And
we don't cast 2 matches as well.
Yeah. And this has to be even more fun for us because, you know, Sushil is the new addition to the Masters. And we are all very eager to watch him play. And he started out by rocketing Jimit's Elixir character.
Straight away, right away from back.
Okay, so a quick couple of facts about these players if Vagish hasn't told you guys yet. Until now, Jimit has been the youngest player in the league, right? 17 years old. And looks like this new guy, this 7th grader, Sushil, has taken that title away from Jimit. He should be what, 12 or 13?
It's like that.
So yeah. Okay, a lot of things have happened. Like we saw an Inferno Tower going down. We saw like the balloon being stopped in tracks. Not much damage being taken by the towers, but things are just getting interesting. The Goblin Barrel is going to be dealt with by another pack of goblins. Okay, that was very anticlimactic.
He doesn't really have the Zap. He didn't have the Zap in his deck right now. I guess that's the only card he could use. Ice Golem would have been.
Anything else would have done a lot more damage to the tower, I guess. So, Jimit is playing the new Mega Knight. Abhi is playing with a more standard chip damage deck, but he's sacrificing his rockets because of the Elixir collectors. So, how do you think Abhi is going to adapt his strat? He really does need to do damage to the towers because that's how you win the game.
I think his strat is going to be using the Knight as a tank and the Goblin Barrel to dish out the damage. But yeah, the Wizard is a crucial card here to be able to take down those bats as well as.
And look at that, those bats are bloodthirsty, man. Now 840 HP. They just demolished the tower almost. Oof. Good placement for the princess, but she's going to get whacked by the Mega Minion. I foresee an Inferno Tower going down. What do you think? No Inferno Tower. Wow. Never mind. So he has that in his hand so that he doesn't have to cycle to it again.
I mean, that's what is good about the new people, fresh talent joining the Masters League. There's always a fresh influx of ideas, fresh decks which are coming in, which really take the old people here, the people who've been here thus from a very long time out of place.
True. So yeah, that Inferno Tower didn't really. That Inferno Tower didn't really do much, but he did manage to get Abhi's own 730 HP. Look at that Mega Knight, just undeciding where to go. Another Inferno Tower coming down. It's gonna effectively stop this push, I would say. Oh no, no it won't. No it won't. That Inferno Tower is not helpful at all. And that Zap even completely missed the balloon. He has to commit another rocket to take care of this. The things aren't looking good for either player, but Jimit's own tower is at 268 HP, which is enough as... It's just enough, right? Abhi still has to get cycled, has to make quick work of it. What do you think? The balloon is going to hit his tower first, or is the rocket going to do it? Oh, he managed to stop the balloon?
But the balloon will destroy some.
Bomb, 186. Okay, now we got to give this to Abhi. There we go. The rocket going down, tower goes down, and 2 minutes and 11 seconds of overtime left. Abhi manages to clinch it.
The knight was in midair.
That was just in the nick of time, man. Congratulations, Sushil. That was spectacular. And looking at the gameplay, this might be a 5-game matchup. What do you think?
Could be, man. Like last season, Jimit with he was one of the few people who weren't really expected to
perform well,
but he had managed to upset all the names that we had been, expecting to win. So he was a dark horse last season. He could be one here as well.
So yeah, so unless Sushil, that the game was pretty close, but Sushil made better choices, I guess. And I think we're hearing a ghost making some random noises on the stream, right? That wasn't anything on our end. That was just spooky internet ghosts. So 1-0 in favor of Sushil right now, and here we are entering the next match. Okay, so Jimit is sticking to his Mega Knight and deck because it has worked for him. He's just made a couple of mistakes, but as long as he plays better, I guess he'll be fine. While this is interesting, Abhi is using a mirror deck. You don't quite often see mirror decks in tournaments.
Really. You see a lot in ladder, but this is the first time I've actually seen a mirror. The surprise would be if this guy has a clone as well. Imagine, you have a mirror as well as... That's it. That'd be something fun to cross.
Yeah, those decks are cancer, man. I experienced that when I was double draft challenge. No, I don't want to go back to those days.
I mean, it'd be really fun to see maybe in an all-star match or something. People who
2v2,
really good at it.
We should do something like that.
Because
the next plan.
It depends on the game as well, right? The publishers, are they willing to do that at the time that we're doing?
I don't know, maybe. I hope we get some good timing off.
It doesn't really give us the freedom. That's a...
Well, getting back to the game, I guess we're almost back foot. Sure, he has elixir characters down, but they just got destroyed by the Goblin Barrel right there. Jimit didn't have anything to answer it with. 732 HP left on his star. Is this game going to Abhi too? This is going to be a real upset if Abhi manages 3-0 Jimit, which the possibilities is increasing day by day. Sorry, second by second, not day by day. These games don't last more than 5 minutes each. There's too much fighting going on in the map, man. I really find it hard to make any predictions, but we did hit double elixir and down comes the Mega Knight. Technically, Jimit should have the upper hand because he has an elixir collector, he has a P.E.K.K.A, he has the Mega Knight, which being all heavy cards do get an advantage towards the end of a game, but it really depends on the player to translate that advantage into a victory.
I mean, the thing about Abhi's deck here is like he has, if you didn't notice it, none of his cards are above level 4 here, apart from the mirror spell. So he's quickly able to rotate and he's using all these things to counter.
And Abhi did really well, man, to distract the Mega Knight, keeping it completely away from the turret. Didn't do anything.
I mean, I think like Abhi's deck is probably 3.0 or 3.2, like that level, and Jimit might have a deck which is 0.8 somewhere down that.
Two Goblin Barrel coming down, being defended by a Mega Knight, 329 HP left. Another Goblin Barrel using the mirror 233 HP. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like Abhi is going. Okay, distracting the Mega Knight again with the Ice Golem, and now with the Goblin Gang, he's trying really, really hard. Like, this reminds me of Ruben's 3-minute defense against Acrid.
At one point, we had 3 Princess Towers.
Oh yeah. Another, there we go. Another miner coming out, but being distracted by the goblins. 282 HP. I'm on the edge of my seat, man. This princess has been macking away at the top, but yeah, that goblin battle is undefended because there was basically nothing Jimit could use to defend it. 2-0 in favor of Sushil right now. So, wow. Sushil is totally clobbering Jimit down. 2-0 and one more win. Yeah, this might just be a slap in the face for Jimit right there. You think you're the youngest Masters players, huh? B word. Though it's me.
A lot of time spent on mobiles. We should talk to the parents.
Yes.
What are these guys doing?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Don't let them play. Don't let iPad or a ThinkPad or something so that he can play more comfortably, right? Yes, spoil the young generation. Okay. I know you guys can't see it, but I'm doing air quotes right now. Spoil.
We're dark people.
Dark people. Okay, so before we head off into what might be the final game of Clash Royale for today, let's just take a moment again to mention our best friends in the entire world. We have Omen by HP, we have Zoe by BenQ, and HyperX. All of this brought to you by us good folks at Northern Gaming, patting our own back.
Yeah, you changed the way you did this.
I try to keep it fresh, big, small.
I wait for that bit, which is us.
That's us. Northern Gaming, that's us.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we are ready for what might be the final game right now. And we are. Look at that, 6th Sense. Production is on point. Thank you, Kunal. Okay, so again, we see, Abhi has changed his deck. Now we see a Ram. Hey, do you think Abhi is not using the Mega Knight because he doesn't have the Mega Knight?
Yeah, he doesn't. Oh, wait, he has.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
He does. Okay, so look at that. Poison, P.E.K.K.A, Mega Knight, Evis, Ram. So wait, so I'm guessing the Mega Knight and P.E.K.K.A are just going to be used for defense, and he's going to use the Poison and Ram to do chip damage, which he is doing right now. Jimit has shifted to a 3 Musketeer Mega Knight deck. Oh, this is going to be interesting if Jimit can pull it off.
Imagine, like a Mega Knight
being supported by Musketeers.
No, but like on both on opposite sides as well. The Mega Knight just jumps onto the GG.
Oof. 3 women right there being squished by a bulldozer mountain. Okay. Oh wow. So it has managed to make a tower. That's good. And okay, Bats, Evis, and 2 Barbarians. That tower is going down, and it does. And now they move on to the King Tower. Jimit is just not able to find a good opening to let go of his Musketeers or his Mega Knight. Now is actually a good time, I would think, but he chooses to let the Golem go instead. This is strange. What do you think? Is he making mistake upon mistake because he's flustered? Maybe it threw him off his game or something?
Be the reason. Like he's already lost to. So there's this ego game at play as well here, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a new guy who's coming and tearing down at house. So we tend to make mistakes when pressure.
Yeah, we've seen that happen at the LAN.
All these guys are very close together. The way these guys interact together, we saw them at the Masters.
Oh yeah.
So they are closely knit people.
Like, yeah, that was one of the things that these guys meant, because they know they know each other so well. They already know which strategy they're gonna use. Like the first card that each player plays, that's enough to let the other player know what's happening. But yeah, 30 seconds left. We are in the last minute, which, like I said, 30 seconds is left, and I don't see Jimit making a comeback from this.
This push as well. I think the right tower would also go down. This push that Jimit has right now.
Nah, no way. Look at those.
Like that was a very good push. We brilliantly countered by Abhi.
Yeah.
Did not get a single hit like apart from the Ice Golem. I think like just doesn't really do a lot of damage. It's more of a tank.
Yeah, it's more of a tank, slow, and a distraction, and really good card right now because it can distract the Mega Knight very well. So 4 seconds left. we are giving this game to Sushil. Congratulations, right?
3-0.
First match in the Masters, stream match, and he managed to 3-0 a veteran Masters player. And not just that, he's the new youngest player in
Dark horse that we.
The new kid on the block, the dark horse, whatever you want to call him, he's just demolished Jimit, whatever strategies that Jimit is using, but wow, leaving us almost speechless.
Let's see what the effect this has on the
scoreboard, yeah.
Scoreboard.
Hey, 6 cents to you though. Yay. Okay, so I guess so far the only player that has played a match is Arpan, who is at 0-0-0. Sushil, Ruben, and Mukul have played 1 match each, all of which they have won, putting them at 3 points each. Mrin is also at 3 points, but he's played 2 matches, one of which he lost to Mukul, I guess, which was day before yesterday. Yeah. And Hasib, Jimit, and Mehdi bringing up the bottom of the table with 1 loss each. Again, internet ghosts making random noises. Oh my god.
So you said like you would give us a
prediction.
Yeah, prediction. What is gonna happen? Who's gonna be at the LAN?
Who's gonna be at the LAN? So again, Golden Boy Mrin is going because he just has to be there, man. There is no way there is going to be any sort of LAN event finale or anything in India without our favorite Golden Boy there. And I think we'll have. Yeah, and I think we'll have at least 3 or 4 of the last LAN event participants there. And I'm sure people like Tahir, people like Accurate, even if they don't make it back into the Masters, sure they'll love to be at the event, and I'm sure they're going to make it just to make it that much more special, right? We'd love to see as many people there as possible. So I guess Hyderabad, yeah, it's by town, man. We're going to have some fun.
Half my town.
No, you just have family there, okay? I actually live there.
I love and the people and the food
and the biryani.
Yes.
And like many of our friends at AFK Gaming say, who's veg biryani is not biryani.
Pulao, it's just pulao.
It's just pulao.
You can't do that. No. Like we've had this conversation on streams. Like,
we've had this conversation on streams. We have this in coffee shops. We've had this in bars. We have had this in places that serve veg biryani in front of the waiters at the manager's face. Why do you call this veg biryani? Huh? Well, speaking of veg biryani, that's my prediction, right? If we can look at the leaderboard again, I want to take a moment to see if my predictions turn out right. I just want to take a screenshot of this Manoj's prediction 2017.
Sure, we definitely come up with something.
So here we go. I think we're going to see Ruben, we're going to see Mukul, we're going to see Mrin, we're going to see Arpan, and we're going to see Hasib. We're going to see these 5 players, like 2 to 6 right there. I'm definitely sure these guys are going to be at the LAN event. The last 3 spots, I think it's a toss-up between the new guy in the Challengers League who might come up from the relegation, and Sushil and Jimit. I am sorry to say this, I really like the guy Deepak Mehta, but yeah, I saw his games and he's sort of on the decline right now. So yeah. But I'd still love it if you came anyway. We're friends. We're the Masters family. Just come over here, pose for a few pictures, do the dab, have fun, eat biryani, go back.
I'm just really very anxious and concerned if we'll be able to see Tahir and Prashant. Prashant
Pandey, yeah.
Prashant Pandey or something.
Mm-hmm.
He just disappeared.
Yeah, we missed him at the last LAN event too. Like, come on, man, let's just come hang out. And that applies for everybody who's watching the stream and who hasn't watched the stream too. Just tell your friends it's gonna happen in Hyderabad. It's a gaming event. Come hang out. Look at all the games. Look at the gameplay. Look at the cosplayers. We're gonna have cosplay, right?
Yeah. Probably we're gonna see a lot of Clash Royale cosplay.
Yes, true. How about this? How about if more than 100 people come just for Clash? Bishop is going to cosplay.
Yeah, sure, definitely. You see me cosplaying as a Prince, maybe.
Prince. Yeah, Prince. Prince sounds good. Dark Prince.
The regular Prince.
Mega Knight. The Mega Knight, man. Mega Knight.
Huge.
You're tall. You're the second tallest person in the office. You are the Mega Knight. Yes, you are.
Mega Knight is huge. He's like the mountain. So like I'm probably the hound level, right?
Achha, so who's the voted by other co-caster?
Yes.
Okay, so I guess that's enough fun for today. But guys, please stay tuned. We're gonna watch some Dota 2 action.
Early game. I guess it's the Malaysian team Genesis going against XRG.
Oh wow, that has got to be interesting. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. We're gonna have 2 action. This is the ESL India Premiership 2017.
Brought to you by Omen by HP, HyperX, Zowie by BenQ, and Not Even Gaming.
That's us.
Yes!
That's us. Okay, bye bye.
Seems like the Delhi lad has gone ahead and proven himself right off the first match in his Masters League appearance. Sushil wins this game against Jimit Bhatt with a 3-0 scoreline in his favor. Well done, Sushil. Well done indeed. Now, moving ahead, ladies and gentlemen, we don't have a CSGO match, but we do definitely have a 5v5 mobile lined up for you guys, and it's going to be none other than the 2 teams which you guys have been looking out for. One of them is Genesis, while the other one is Team XRG. So let's quickly take a look at both of these teams. Talking about Team Genesis now first, they are a team based out of Malaysia. They feature several top MMR players. Now they have participated in several regional tournaments, including the ASUS ROG Masters, the team entered the ESL India Premiership 2017 through the summer season June Starter Cup, got promoted to the Challenger League. In the fall season July Challenger League, they finished first, promptly enabled them to enter the Master League in the month of August then. Now in the August phase, the team managed to secure a podium finish. The only loss they faced against was the Indian team Signifier. Now Team XRG, on the other hand, they are one of the oldest Dota routines in the country. They're led by Mihir Gondi Shroff. They're based out of Bombay, and they've been at the forefront of recognizing Dota 2 talent. In fact, their former prominent players include Dhwanit Negi Negi and Deepsuti Kundra. Now, they had an abysmal run in the summer season of the ESL India Premiership 2017. They were pushed into the Challenger League, but managed to return just in time to attend the summer season finale. Now, in the July phase of the fall season, the team finished 6th in the subsequent month. In August, the team ended the campaign in 7th place. This pushed them into the playoffs, but they managed to emerge victorious and retain the spot in the September phase of Master League. So now, will Team XRG be able to continue on this newfound enthusiasm and motivation of the August session, or is Genesis going to prevail? We'll find that out soon.
Turn around 3 times. Start shooting.
Exclusive Black Equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes. Personalize the way you see everything, and then conquer. Exclusive black equalizer brightens dark scenes without overexposing bright areas. Use the S switch to quickly access the setting and switch between save modes. Adjust the angle effortlessly for maximum comfort.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Masters League September session of the fall season of the ESL India Premiership. I'm your caster for today, Angela, and joined with me is Manoj Super Gola. We're going to have two big teams playing today. It's going to be Team Genesis versus XRG. So let me just quickly introduce my co-caster. So why are we casting today? Where are our folks from AFK Gaming?
See, our folks from AFK Gaming are AFK. So
yeah. Oh, yeah.
that leaves us with you and me.
Definitely. And for the people in Bombay who are drowning, I hope you guys are safe and I hope you'll find something better to do. For now, you guys can definitely join us in the ESL India Premiership stream on the YouTube channel and pass away those boredom hours of rain falling outside. Genesis is based off Malaysia and XRG is an Indian team. Tell me more about, have you seen these two teams play before?
No, Genesis, I've got them, got one match like while we were just doing some random background research on them, and the team I would consider them most alike is Alliance.
All right.
They love to, Alliance does not rat much, but because they won the TI due to rat strat, they became a rat team.
And if I'm not wrong, Genesis has played the TI qualifiers and
yes,
a lot of other regional tournaments, so they are a pretty strong team to reckon with.
And on the other hand, we have XRG, which is an Indian team, which has distinctly Indian markers in their gameplay, which is almost all of their games look like pubs.
True, and XRG is also the team where we had some of our very prominent Dota 2 players come out from. I mean, I do know XRG is a very old team. We had, I think, Jeet Kundra also was part of this team at some point. Anyway, leaving all the history and biodata aside, we are going to quickly get into this draft. We have the bans coming in from Genesis. They're going to ban out the Visage and KOTL. Meanwhile, XRG are opting to ban out the Nyx Assassin and Night Stalker for now. Their due picks are going to be the Sand King and the Clockwork. Clockwork being a very favorable hero for Team XRG, but Genesis is going to reply with a Nature's Prophet and a Silencer. So I have played against Silencer, and I hate that hero.
Nobody likes playing against a Silencer.
He's the most annoying hero in Dota 2. Believe me.
And we see two heroes right here. Sure, Silencer is not that effective against a Clockwork because most of his spells are instant, and if he gets them off at once, that's it. You can turn the tide of a gank. But Sand King, however, suffers a lot from the Silencer's ulti. What do you think?
Definitely, I would have to agree to that. For now, we do see the ban coming in from XRG on the Lifestealer. We do see Genesis who love to pick up the Omni Knight. They love the Rubik, the Darkseer, the Sven, the OT. They have picked up the Silencer, which is also one of their favorites. So they are looking for a mid pick. It could be a QOP mid for them, or even an Ursa maybe.
Well,
or a Storm.
Or a Storm, yeah. Storm would be a really good one. He's really good at escaping from both Sand King and Clockwork and any other hard disable that XRG might come out with.
XRG doesn't really want to work with the Nyx Infest Bomb with Storm Spurs, so they've just decided to not really pay attention to that, just give it a respectful ban. For now, Genesis do ban out the Shadow Fiend, and we have XRG who bans out the True Ranger. A very, very situational pickup over there, but if they had Drew, they had a lot of ranged heroes that could nearly take down any one side if they plan on attacking
True.
So this was a good ban coming in from XRG.
So yeah, I think, like I said, Genesis is going to go for more push-based heroes, but I don't know why they banned Necro though. It would have been a really good addition on their own side.
I would say that Necro is given a ban because we do have Sand King Clockwork. We are still open for a secondary support that could be an Ancient Apparition who fares very well against the Necro. So without giving them that option of going Necro, they're just going to give it a ban. For now, the pick phase does move to XRG. Some of their favorite picks have been the Earthshaker. They love the Disruptor, the Mirana, Monkey King, the Puck, the Clockwork. But for now, I think I'm going to bet. I think they're going to go with Monkey King.
Monkey King.
Could it be? Could it be an off lane, or it could be even a carry Monkey?
Or a roamer monkey.
Or a roamer monkey.
A roaming Monkey King is one of my favorite things to watch, especially after the recent TI.
Yeah.
Okay.
XRG gonna take some time with this pickup. It's 1 minute 38 seconds on the clock. It is XRG's turn to pick. They have to decide what this is going to be, and they're gonna opt to go with the Viper.
Viper for mid. Good choice.
That actually basically secures their mid lane against anybody who's intelligence based. So there goes the Storm, there goes the Puck, but we can still think about some good mid heroes. The OD is still available if they want to go. Even the Razor is a good fight against Viper.
I don't know how effective the Razor would be though, because right now XRG already has some really good outspacing techniques. They have the Clockwork Skogs, they have the Sand Kings, Burrow Strike. They can easily make short work of the Razor's third spell.
True.
Static link.
And if like the Viper and Clockwork or the Clockwork and Sand King decide to just gang together with the smoke, we can see a hero.
Easily one hero goes down, and quite possibly a second one too if he gets good cogs off.
True. I am expecting to see maybe a Lina later on in XRG's draft, but Genesis gonna pick up Lion, one of the heroes who never got picked up at the TI. Now that we think about it.
Okay, so that's interesting. I have wait. Is that a really good choice against a Viper though?
I think they are looking more for the disabled point of view, that if they do get that hex off, they have a good initiation into the fight, because right now they have the profit trees. Silence is not really a support, so they gotta like be completely hellbound on that person disabling. But say that XRG do see this coming and they first kill off the Lion with a Clockwork Cog or a hook shot coming in there, then Genesis could be in a little bit of trouble.
Okay, so we're gonna see one more pick coming out from XRG and then another pick from Genesis. Do you want to do your predictions then?
Do I want to do my predictions? It's the fourth pick of XRG. I'm hoping they're going to go for a secondary support. Right now, I do see Shadow Shaman as like a much needed support. He works very well with Clockwork. They could also go for a Crystal Maiden, but she would be a little bit squishy, I would say. Also, she's very slow. I really don't like her. But a Disruptor could also fit in pretty well in this draft.
Disruptor could really like completely screw around with any team formations that Genesis comes up with.
True.
And they really need their control of space, right? They need to ward, they need map control. They just can't let Clockwork and Sand King roam.
Definitely. But I think Genesis is well prepared for this, and it's going to be the twin-headed dragon coming in to fight for XRG on their very important major league game. So we do see Jakiro, a beautiful ice path coming in from Jakiro. I can't say that it could be the one that changed.
10 seconds remaining.
I'd have to agree with you there. So this is what I see. Okay, let's see. The last slot remaining for XRG is their safe lane carry, I would assume.
I think everybody's just left their carries for the last. Nobody wants to give that away. Genesis looking at the Jakiro. Jakiro fares well even against somebody like Silencer. He fares well against. Oh my god.
Okay.
I would say it's ballsy. I would say it's a very well planned move. He fares well with the Sunstrike, so Nature's Prophet can easily go gank around. The Lion is dead. If he does catch somebody with the Finger of Death, again there's a Sunstrike available to finish off the kill. He fares well with Silencer, because as soon as the global goes out, Invoker can just spam his spells and get control of a fight if it's not in their control. So it's a good response coming in from Genesis, and then there comes their final pick that's going to be a carry. So who do you think is going to go well with this? I would offer maybe an anti-mage.
Yeah, an anti-mage. The high mobility of the Blink really would like bring the team to a close. But first, time for predictions.
Time for predictions. I think Genesis has a more, like you said, they are like Alliance. They believe a lot in Dota. So I would say that they are moving towards this draft where if they do pick anti-mage, they don't really need to take team fights. They could just push this game and end it. So that way Genesis has a more open draft. When it comes to XRG, I'm going to stop myself and wait for this last pick. It's going to be the Terrorblade that's going to complete Genesis draft. Let me hear your thoughts on that.
So we were thinking that they would pick anti-mage, but they ended up banning it.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't want to give him out to XRG. But again, there's a Silencer in the mix, right? Is the anti-mage really that much of a troublemaker when you have people like Nature's Prophet and Silencer who can sort of out-maneuver him? Okay. And, well, maybe not, I guess. Terrorblade is a good choice. He will be able to stop the Viper. He'll be able to stop the Jakiro.
And he's good at the push. Because we do see if he gets into a meta form and they are at a tower, I mean, NP and him can just destroy it.
Completely. So, yeah, this is like we've predicted in the beginning. This is a very push-heavy build.
Yeah.
Let's see if XRG can come up with a carry that sort of counters them.
I think XRG should have realized that they're not really going to pick up the Sven, and Sven would have fit perfectly into their draft, but they're going to go with the Juggernaut. A very, very simple lineup coming in from XRG. It all depends on the execution of their lineup. Meanwhile, Genesis are just like playing their cards the right way. They have a plan, they have a strategy in head, and they want to just follow through. The good part about XRG is none of their heroes actually make much difference if they're silenced.
True.
So they just got to bait out that silence, get out of there, and come back into the fight, and then take it. So predictions, my friend. I would go with Genesis for this game.
You would go with Genesis. I'm going with Genesis just because they have better items, man. Look at that. That Invoker is going Super Saiyan. Yeah,
is that how you're a biased caster? Like you just look at items?
I'm totally based. Look at that Invoker. He's ready to do like Kamehameha. He has Super Saiyan hair already.
For those of you all who are just tuning in, this is the ESL India Premiership September session of the fall season, and this is the third day, I'm guessing, right?
This is
the third day. XRG are in the majors, and Genesis are going to be their first opponent. So let's see who's going to take this game. Genesis has lost only one game till now, and that has been to Signify in the previous league. But this is going to be a decider for XRG. They can really prove themselves if they work that draft out correct. I mean, Dota at the end of the day, it's all comes down to who plays it right.
True. I completely agree.
Alright, so as this game begins, let's just quickly introduce the teams. I'll take up Genesis on the Radiant and you can take over on the Dire side. We have Genesis, DC, RE, FTR on the Lion. On the other side, we have Invoker, who's going to be played by Mercury. Genesis, OLI, who's going to be playing the Silencer. Terrorblade, who's going to be played by March. And Darley, who's going to be on the Nature's Prophet.
And while we have the traditional pause in all of our tournaments that are locally done, I'm going to take this time to introduce the players on the Dire. So we have Team XRG on the Dire side. We have Gondi playing Viper. We have Zafito playing Jakiro. Shondi playing Juggy. That's Gondi, Shondi. Do we have another D? So we have QWE playing Clockwork. We have Blue Frog, the distant cousin of the game's creator Ice Frog, playing the Sand King. And let's see if who wins. Juggy is just disconnected. While the players deal with that, let's just quickly see which direction all the players are going.
Alright, so we're going to see the Terrorblade going into the safe lane as of now. We see him walking. He's going to be supported pretty well, I think, with I'm guessing the Lion is going to go there. It's going to be Nature's Prophet in the off lane and a Silencer maybe also in the bottom lane.
No, I think Silencer is going to go for his off lane.
Yes, he's going to be going off lane. So he's going to be against the heavy tri-lane coming in from Team XRG.
Okay, so we see the scouting Nature Prophet's treants going out, trying to stop the other team from taking their own room. And it's right now being chased by the Juggernaut. And this other treant ends up chasing the Sand.
He did scout out the Sand in advance, so that was a good turn by them. For now, we do see XRG. They have decided to place one ward at the middle lane. A very common ward. It could get dewarded if one of the Genesis players have a sentry to his name.
Misplacement of the sentry has managed to protect the Dire's ward for now.
Meanwhile, let's see what are the wards placed on by the Radiant. No wards put down for now. They have basically just dropped another a sentry ward on the top lane. The Jakiro has placed down over there. But for now, we're going to see the bounty rune taken by Invoker, and he's going to head off to the mid lane. They are trying to catch him, but Blue Frog will have to just give up that chase.
Blue Frog took his Burrow Strike for a possible level 1 kill, but that's going to severely affect his laning phase.
I gotta agree to that. I mean, he does need the Sandstorm or the Caustic Finale. Maybe he really thought the first one could be theirs.
Well, I guess he tried it, failed. Maybe he can make it up with the rest of the game.
True. There's going to be switching
we see an NP off lane. That's interesting.
I told you. Because the Silencer really can't get levels in the off lane if he's against a very strong tri lane. But I'm going to stop myself. Nature's Prophet, a little bit of trouble over here. Sand King going to just quickly drop that stun. It's going to be the Juggernaut is going to quickly finish off that kill. And Blue Frog securing that first blood for Team XRG.
First blood in under a minute. That has got to be very effective, even psychologically.
Meanwhile, in the mid lane, we do see the Lion who's working up with the Invoker to harass down this Viper a little bit. But Gondi going to give him a few shots. He may even take a fall here. No, he's just going to get harassed really badly and he's just going to head back.
Yeah, one more shot and I think Lion would have gone down.
Yeah,
that was a very dangerous move.
Lion got to check that HP, bro. Meanwhile, Shondi is getting his required creeps. He's getting harassed pretty hard though by the Nature's Prophet. Sand King just sitting on the sidelines, waiting for an opening.
Are we going to see another kill? No, we're not.
He does have the stun available. The Ice Path does get connected by the Jakiro. They could maybe try and get more shots on this Nature's Prophet, and Gonna just push him back from the lane. I think this line is just gonna sit mid. It's gonna be a 1-2-2 laning phase for Team Genesis.
Well, whatever works, I guess. We're nearing the first rune spawn. Let's see if either team can make rotation and make a play, maybe get a kill.
Let's see, there's going to be a haste available at the bottom lane. We do see it. The Clockwork would be a little bit of trouble. There's going to be the call coming in from him, but he's going to get a few shots off. Nature's Prophet does deep into the fight. Also, Lion running behind him really fast. Silencer, this is really good for him. We want some experience to level 2. Lion can hit shot. There is no shrine available right now for them, but the stun does connect from the Lion. A few more hits. Could this be? Yes, it is. And with that, Genesis open there. Numbers on the scoreboard, they're 1-1 now. Good rotation coming in there by the Prophet.
I heard Sunstrike somewhere.
I saw the Invoker die. Did we miss out? Who did he? Where did that happen?
They made a move for the center. Like he tried to go up high ground against the Viper and didn't really work out.
Alright, meanwhile, if you look at the last hits and denies, we have Juggernaut who's topping it for now. He is getting a lot of space on the top lane farm. Meanwhile, the Juggernaut on the bottom lane is also, the Terror Blade on the bottom lane is also seeming to do pretty fine. He has opted to go for the 4-man shield and the Culling Blade as of now.
Oh, this is going to be a long game, isn't it?
Yes.
Lucky for us.
Till we secure the game, we're gonna farm. Blue Frog taking a rotation over here. He does see the Nature's Prophet. He does get the stun of the Ice Path. Also connects on these, and he wants to take the kill away. He does use the Blade Fury. He could take this kill on the Nature's Prophet, and that is gonna be one more kill going in favor of XRG 1-3.
Juggernaut just barely escaping.
Oh, Creep! Could you get that last shot? And while that happens, there was a rotation, and the Sand King does take a fall. Meanwhile, on the mid lane, there's going to be a stun coming in from the Lion, but just going to drain off Gondi's mana as of now. Where am I missing these kills?
The top lane, apparently.
Yes, on the top lane, we did see the Juggernaut take a fall. He was pretty low, so I'm guessing that the Prophet just TP'd in and took that quick kill. I think that's the props of having a Nature's Prophet on your team. He can always keep going around and picking up those kills when they're really low on HP.
So we see Nature's Prophet. Okay. TB just died in bottom lane.
There was a quick tether TP. Now that's really hard, but it's okay because he did kill the Juggernaut at the same time. XRG got the kill on the Terror Blade. So that pretty much evens things out for now. There's going to be an Arcane Rune in the bottom lane.
Are we witnessing a rotation right now? Will who's getting got? Clockwork now. Right, so
there is going to be a rotation coming in from the Chikiro in the mid lane. They do really want to kill this Invoker. But now things are moving pretty slow. Everybody getting their due farm, supports waiting for their levels so that they reach a point where they could actually go gank properly. There's going to be a quick Ice Path coming in. The Sand King a little bit of trouble. There's going to be the Krian who's going to take in, going to just secure that quick kill, and XRG going to take another fall to Genesis. I think Genesis just have this theory that when they see that their carry is not getting enough space to farm, they just start doing these really quick rotations, whether they have heroes that can gank or no. I mean, Silencer is not the kind of hero who you can just say go and gank. He needs at level 6, he needs to reach his spike point, but you see here that Genesis is handling that really, really well.
So let's take a quick look at map vision for now. We see that the Dire have really good vision on the top T1 tower, but has that really helped them? They've made a couple of kills, sure, but have they taken full advantage of it?
I don't think so. I mean, as of now, their offlaner from Genesis doesn't really seem that concerned whether Shondi is farming or not.
We see him trying to deny it, but oh, wow.
In the middle lane, meanwhile, we do see a very big rotation. Gondy a little bit of trouble over here. Viper take a quick fall. Great turn-in coming in from Team Genesis over here. They did get 2 kills off on Team XRG. The Viper taking the fall over there. There's just so many kills happening on the map, we're not able to follow.
Yeah,
it's just that.
True. We see them waiting for... Okay, looks like they're going to make another call on the top lane. Might they get another couple of kills now?
They do have the shrine also available because they could shrine up, pop that smoke, go to the top lane and kill Shondi. See to it that he doesn't really get farm compared to team.
And look at that efficiency play. They waited for 4 heroes to get that shrine.
Oh, we do that too. I mean, who solo uses shrine? That's just mean and rude.
I mean, when you're playing solo and you're...
And so you just solo use the shrine?
Yeah.
Is that your thing?
Yeah.
I never use the shrine solo.
Hey,
that's why I'm a support player.
If I'm carrying the game, I have the right to...
You have the right, but I don't think you have the game. Meanwhile, we do see big stacks from there, from the Nature's Prophet. His creeps mainly taking down those stars. I mean, those neutral creeps, but shortly...
Like narrowly escaping the Juggernaut.
And while we spoke, there is another kill in the middle. Silence a little bit of trouble. Jakiro going to keep following. The Ice Path has been dropped. He does carry the Nature's Prophet also. There's the stun available from the Sand King. This could be the death of the Prophet, but it also means the death of the Sand King. He was pretty low over there. Mercury trying to maybe get another kill, but needs to turn back. 2-2.
2-2.
Good rotations coming in there, but...
That's a pretty decent rotation, but in the end, it didn't really work out in their favor. I think there's some action going on in the top lane. Might we catch some of it? No.
We see 2 heroes from Team Genesis on the top lane. Prophet and the Lion looking to maybe take a quick kill away on Shondi, but they will need maybe another player. Jakiro coming in.
We see the Jakiro trying to make him further bounty rune, but too late.
Meanwhile, in the mid lane, the Viper seems to be doing okay. He's sitting at 31 creeps compared to the Invoker at 34. Getting ganked a lot. They do need to place more wards to give them vision about where these ganks are coming from.
So here we see the Sly Nature's Prophet stealing the Radiant, the Dire's stacks. This has got to piss them off really hard, huh?
Definitely, there's going to be a TP. No, there's no TP. Clockwork does take a fall in the bottom lane. He was getting a little greedy over there.
What was he doing so far into the Dire's?
I think he was trying to farm. I think he's already level 6, so maybe he did try a hook shot. That's why his hook shot is on CD. And then he missed the kill. Meanwhile, 3 people invested in the top lane. Not really doing much over there, but they're just gonna maybe secure that tower soon.
So why don't we just take a quick look at how much gold each of the players have?
So now they'll be fairly okay. Let's check out the level ups. I mean, we do D and Gondi who are at level 7. Meanwhile, on the Radiant side, we have Mercury who's level 8. But both his supports, I mean, one of his supports is level 4. That's pretty bad. But Genesis,
it's alright though. He has 4 kills. That's how much intelligence. He already has 10 intelligence on board. That is
he's
huge.
Pretty much set, I think, for now. Meanwhile, on the other side, we do see Sand King who has to still get his ultimate. There's going to be a quick TP going from Nature's Prophet. He's heading off to the bottom lane.
To just stand AFK, I guess.
Patience is a virtue, my friend. He's waiting for the right time. Meanwhile, on the top lane, there are a lot of people gathering up there. They do maybe want to try and maybe take the star. XRG, I feel the thing with XRG is that if they do get a chance at the tower, they could easily just take it down. But otherwise, Genesis could easily take that trade and take 2 towers in the place of 1. So they got to play this very, very systematically.
Right. XRG has more nuke damage against the heroes, but the push power of Genesis is just way off the charts compared to XRG. Let's see what's happening down here in the bottom lane. Clockwork up to some shenanigans with a invisibility rune. Decides it's better just to back off.
Yeah, he already tried that once and had a bad time. Meanwhile, the Silencer looking to put down some wards to give them more sight. Jakiro trying to do the same. He's looking for an opening, but I mean, it's a hard bet when you know that the supports are going to be watching you and they know where you're going to drop the ward.
You know what I like to do in games like these? Where most of the players are just farming, stacking.
You mean the Chinese Dota?
Chinese Dota. that is something.
Alright, meanwhile on top, Silencer does get Ice Path and Micropyle also used on him, but the Terror Blade has come into the fight. He's going to kill Shawnee really, really quickly. He wants more blood. Jakiro going to maybe take a fall here. There are lots of hits on him.
Metamorphosis
still available on the Terror Blade, but he wants to keep following. March is just gonna maybe get out of there, or he could just take the tower. But while we speak, we do see the Sand King taking a kill on the Prophet in the bottom lane with the help of the Clockwork.
Well, that was That was something.
I mean, the trade for Terrorblade is really good because he did really get to kill Juggernaut, which is the most important one. Silencer level 4.
Right, just sacrifice your support.
Yeah.
That
just
doesn't even
another
much.
day in Dota.
Kill my friend, but since you are worth more, I'm gonna get you.
Meanwhile, this Viper seems to be having a good time now. He's sitting at 65 creeps. No gangs coming up on him. Legion Ruin available on the top lane. Meanwhile, Prophet is the one who moves mid to keep that push going. Invoker, meanwhile, he is going to just continue farming in the jungle.
Look at them playing chicken. Viper just says,
if not me, not you too, my friend.
We might see something happening here.
Wow, I like how this is happening. We have one player who's just dewarding. Meanwhile, TV just standing there. He does see the Jakiro. He wants to go behind him. It's going to be quick. So the stun falls, the finger of death, the sunstrike, everything crashes together. And the poor Jakiro, the twin-headed Jakiro, takes a fall. There's going to be maybe the Sand King a little bit of trouble. He does get out of there in the nick of time.
Might he still die?
He may still die. I mean, it's a level...
One more tick and he could have died, but
maybe if that silence was leveled up another, he would have fought. But seeing that Sunstrike is available on the Invoker, he could maybe try taking that Sunstrike kill. Ice Path gonna not connect, and Hookshot gonna miss too. XRG's rotation not turning out to be very well. The stun has fallen from the line. There's going to be the Tree Protector holding QWE in place for now. The Macro Prayer gets used by the Jakiro. They are going to continue maybe taking this fight. The hook shot is still on cooldown, but we do see the Viper running behind the Prophet, knowing that he doesn't really have anything to hold him in place. He's going to let him go. The fight continues. Mercury in a little bit of trouble. Invoker needs to get out of there. The Burrow Strike getting used by the Sand King and converting that into 2 kills.
Yeah, they got the mid as well as a support for an offlaner, and that's pretty huge.
I mean, that would have been a really bad round for XRG if they hadn't got those 2 kills. They did invest a lot of heroes into that fight.
And look at that, like, Genesis only got 33 gold out of that whole ordeal, while XRG is faring much better off.
Definitely, the experience exchange also is very much in favor of Team XRG.
Dire's structures are
okay, looking at what has happened so far, I would say individually XRG players are pulling off better stunts, but Genesis is almost always getting the better end, even though they just lost that last gang for now. They made a really dumb decision. I know that they're the pro players and I am the noob here, but they should have just backed off, right? What could an NP and a Lion do against 3 players?
Yeah, but then, you know, there are times when you actually can just turn a fight. Example that you just missed that fight in the bottom lane. Lion gonna get a good stun off there, but TV taking a fall. I think he was just way too greedy farming in the Dire jungle.
Like I said, pub games.
Pub games. Well, but this is not the pub game. This is the ESL India Premiership, and your every game counts. This is the best of 1, of course. Whoever wins this game is gonna be the one to open their names on the leaderboard.
No, I'm not so sure about that. This must be the 3rd or 4th game.
So they just get like 3-4 points. So this is the best of 1. Whoever does win this game is going to. This is the Masters League, so they all are good teams actually.
You win, you get paid.
You get paid.
Isn't that the dream? These guys are living the dream, right? Getting paid for playing video games.
12:13 on the scoreboard. 15 minutes into this game, and things seem to have slowed down from the beginning. I mean, there have been 25 kills in the past 15 minutes. That is pretty insane.
This must be a huge bump in gold for the Invoker. This is 3-4 stacks right there. So let's take a quick look at the net worth. If the production people are kind enough to press Y on the... So we see 2 players from Genesis leading the net worth, right? We see TB on top with close second by Invoker.
There is going to be a smoke gang coming in from Team XRG. They are looking for somebody for Genesis if they could find him in the jungle, but no ward scouting this out actually to begin with. But Genesis, they are tingling. They know something is wrong on this map, and they are just going to all play it safe on the left-hand side. Nobody in that jungle is farming from Team Genesis. They just know that this is the point when XRG hit their pass by.
I mean, MP right here is farming the enemy's jungle, but
not his own. Good ward placements coming from XRG. They do see whatever's happening on the Radiant side. For now, we do see the line. He's got the dagger available. Quick stun over here, and the Finger of Death's going to be used. Zakira going to take a quick ball. The Macropire has been used. Sand King does use his ulti too, but Shondi going to jump in. He does use the Omni Slash, catching off as many as he could. He could use the Blade Fury and maybe secure the kill on the teammate, but he'll have to head back. There's going to be the Sunder used by the Terror Blade as of now, but he needs to get out of there. Chunking down faster than Gondi, and he needs to get out of there. Gondi taking a last hit, but Terrorblade completing that kill on the Viper, taking him down for 44 seconds, and Shondi got to get out of there. What do you think about that Sunder play? I mean, the Prophet could have survived that fight. It was maybe a little miscalculated.
Yeah, he shouldn't have tried to Sunder his primary target, right? He should have just used it to save himself. He was trying to draw down his HP as much as possible, but that wasn't really the right decision to do. You just, whack, use your hits, kill somebody, then use it to save yourself. Maybe even use it on not even the guy you're trying to kill.
True.
I phrased that very hard. I guess what I was trying to say is, get the kill first, Sunder later.
No, but it's a very optional thing. I mean, in a team fight, you really don't know when you're going to die, and I mean, the Juggernaut did use the Blade Fury, so for a long period of time, Terrorblade really couldn't even use that skill on the Juggernaut. And the minute he got the chance, maybe he thought he was going to fall. He kind of swapped health. My thing would be that, if I was a support Terrorblade, which I'm not, but if I would have saved the Nature's Prophet, maybe sundered him. But yeah, that's all, things.
Wishful thinking.
And as Indian Dota always has, we have a pause coming in. There are heavy rains in Bombay and a lot of parts of India as of now, so the internet is struggling a lot of people. 14-16 on the scoreboard. I'm pretty surprised. XRG is playing really, really well. I mean, Genesis is a team that is pretty hard to beat. They are TI qualifiers.
And they've been together for a very long time. Like they've had a stable roster, right?
Definitely, and more than that is, I feel that they've lived in the international scene for a longer time, so they have the kind of that our Indian players.
Yeah, I guess that's why they're not performing so well in India.
Or maybe they have underestimated the power of XRG. XRG did have a hard run in the last phase, so maybe Genesis thought this would be an easy walkthrough, but it's not. I mean, last time Genesis was only defeated by Signify.
True. Crowley's team. Oh yeah.
So I haven't really seen the global being used in this game till now. I mean, we still got to have that one big global fight, provided that Genesis even want to take a 5v5 fight.
Genesis is clearly looking for just pickoffs, right? They have never involved more than 3 or 4 of their players in a certain fight.
Alright, and Invoker quickly using that Ghost Walk. He did see that rotation coming in from the Clockwork, and he turns back, but they want to take a few kills here. Lion comes into the fight. He does use his dagger. There is going to be the hook shot coming in from the inverter. The global has been formed as of now, and Lion needs to run away from here, but Clockwork seeming to be the one in trouble, and that global going to win a lot of things for him. Quick TP in coming in from Nature's Prophet to secure that kill.
That was a good decision. Even though they've used the global, like they don't really need it for much else at this stage of the game. So just use it, get the kill, protect your team.
And one person down, that means an easy push for Team Genesis, and that's all they're looking for, that one pick off that leads them to another tower.
Get the objectives. Okay, so PB is taking a little more of a defensive talent tree right there. Look at that. 6 health regen and then 200 health, extra health.
I think because he's a major tank of the team, so he got to make sure that he's in the front lines, he's able to soak in that damage. But Invoker, meanwhile, he does have the Agnum Scepter already up and running, and he did take a quick kill on Shondi, but it's not going to be the only kill they get. Lion going to quickly drop that stun, and it's going to be the Jakiro who takes another fall. Things not going as planned for XRG.
Looks like Genesis has gone back to taking the plan, and now look at that. Out of the top 5 players in network, 3 of them and are from Genesis, and 2 of them have a commanding lead.
Definitely. I mean, that's what happens when you have heroes like Terraplay, because if you give him the space and you tell him to just go and take down towers, that's what he's going to do.
His farming speed just grows up exponentially.
And there is really no response that XRG can give if they do come to chuck down the tower. They do have the Jim hero available for the Macropire, but other than that, it's a very risky bet for XRG. Meanwhile, as we speak, the top tower also goes down in favor of Genesis. All the tier 1 towers have been dropped. Tier 2, only the mid one stands as of now.
And now people have gone back to their favorite profession in the entire world, which is not even gaming. It's farming. Okay, this guy might
There's
be in
going to be
trouble.
a stun that comes in line of Dusk. Shawnee going to fall down to a support line and a Sunstrike from Invoker. That's a very risky chance for XRG. Jakiro trying to catch up with the line. He does drop the Ice Path, but it's not going to be enough. The dagger is going to just take the line back to safety.
So now that Genesis have a comfortable 8k commanding lead over XRG, I guess now it's time for some good old-fashioned red Dota.
Definitely. And as far as XRG is, like, they haven't really, this is like the first defensive ward that they have dropped, but otherwise when the Juggernaut is farming, there's really nothing scouting out if the enemy does come in the fight. So they got to start playing more defensive. They had a lot of offensive wards, but now is not the time that they can use them.
As soon as the Juggy died, right, I would have just gone straight for the Roshan there, but I guess Genesis have a better plan in mind. Like making a move on the mid lane, maybe?
They are going to move on mid lane. We do see 2 sentry wards and 2 smokes on the silencer. He is level 9 so now at 14 intelligence. The global is up.
Tensions are high. This is the Cold War right here.
There's going to be a stun coming in from the Sand King on the Terrorblade, but he's just going to try and get out of there. Shawnee coming to fight. The global has been used. He has to get out of there. Really fall quick, and he does take a fall. Another stun connects on the Viper. The Terrorblade chunking away. The Ice Path does connect, but Invoker is there to secure. Everything is going to be fine, and there's going to be the cold snap used on the Jakiro. He's trying to get out of there, but one more kill in favor of Team Genesis with that team wipe. First team wipe for Team Genesis against XRG in this game, and I think that also means the tier 2 tower of mid-form.
They're going down, and we see the bottom lane where the tier 3 tower also might just go down. Look at that, TB is still in his metamorphosis, doing a lot of damage to the tower.
TB doing justice to his name. March is just going to march up onto that dire side and take down tier 3, aiming for racks. The jumps have been used, and that's going to be another quick set falling in favor for Team Genesis.
XRG does have their formation, but to wisely save it, because they know that if they use it now, they won't have anything to defend their second lane of racks.
TB doesn't have meta for now. This could be the best time that XRG could take a fight. The Ice Path does connect, but he's just going to hold the lane for now. Shawnee looking for an opening. He doesn't really know what to do with so many creeps standing at his start. He could maybe take a farm, but Sand King, meanwhile, he is going to get into the fight. He does use the stun to catch up one, but it's not going to be a Macropire used by the Jakiro, but the tower is going to fall at the end of that all. Nature's Prophet going to take a sacrificial fall over there, but that's okay. They got 1 set racks, they got a tower in return, tower 3, and the racks are fairly open for them. Now they could just head off the shrines, take down the shrines, and it's all good
right
for them.
there, narrowly escaping fate.
I think those tornadoes by the Invoker are pretty spot on.
Like it was amazing. Like he took advantage of the Clockwork's own cogs. 2 of his enemies right there. Boom Meteor, boom EMP, and then the Deafening Blast. That's it. That was the end of the story. Like, and now they have a commanding 15k lead in net worth, and just a little about 10k lead in XP, and they almost tripled the entire net worth of XRG in just their top 3 heroes.
That's true, but at the same time, you know, when you look at such a game, you know, I mean, we do see Genesis definitely leading the charts as of now. But in Dota, it's like if
one bad fight and then
even if they get like 3 good pickoffs, it could completely turn the other way. But as we speak, just to make sure that does not happen, the global has been used in the bottom lane, and it's gonna be the Invoker who's in the middle of trouble. Shawnee comes to the fight. He has used his ultimate, and he wants to continue fighting. No, he's just going to get out there. He doesn't have enough damage to take down the Invoker. He has already expelled his only slash. He'll have to head back. Meanwhile, the Clockwork wants to see an opening here. He doesn't have the hookshot available. He'll got it. get out of there. What do you think about this dagger as a first pick on Clockwork? I mean, I do like a blade mail. Maybe that would have helped a little bit more in this team.
Well, not necessarily, right? You look at the people who are about to do damage to the Clockwork. It's TB, it's Lion, and it's Invoker. They're Invoker in line, they'll just wait until it's over, and TB can obviously tank through it.
Yeah, but how useful is a dagger if you're going to be defending her side?
Yeah, I guess that in hindsight that was a question, but or like that extra added mobility, right? That ability to blink into his heroes for a cog, that is definitely more powerful than a blade mail.
Definitely. For now, we see the Lion getting really fat. He's got a 4-star to his name and a dagger. Invoker has picked up a dagger for himself. He's got a 4-star. Nice call by the Clockwork. Hookshot is going to connect. It is, but it's not going to be in. But Invoker is just going to go away from there. He does follow the Clockwork now. He wants to get a return kill. As we speak, the Jakiro also takes a fall on the top lane. Meta used by the Terror lane. He wants to aim the Viper. He's going to take him down really, really quick. Shortly trying to do as much as he can here, but is not able to really take down anybody from Team Genesis. And Team Genesis moving on again to the mid-racks. They know the creeps have entered the base and they can quickly just take down another good set of racks. I feel like Saji are in a kind of position right now where they got to stick together and just hold base. They cannot leave their base. They got to just keep defending. But Sunder getting used on the Sun King, but he's going to just quickly get out of there. Tornado into Meteor used by the Invoker. Go to maybe secure another kill. The Clockwork takes a fall, and it's going to be after that the Juggernaut who takes a fall. Sun King trying to hold this ground with Yazzie with the ulti, but the global silence is going to connect, and there's no really who can take the damage here. March going to take a fall, but he has the Aegis available.
And look at that disrespect. He's just walking into the fountain.
He's just walking into the fountain, and Jakiro taking another fall there. March may have to take a fall for all that shenanigans, but that's more than welcome. Meanwhile, Invoker just gonna get out of there. The GT gets called by Team XP, and Genesis gonna win this game. What are your thoughts? I mean, this game went from, okay, we are doing fine, both the teams are doing well, to suddenly this rage mode on Genesis where they just went all in, took all the towers, took basic racks and said, I don't want to take this game longer than 20 minutes.
It's just, yeah, exactly, right? It went the way that we almost predicted it. They were doing some really good pushes, but those 2-3 key fights, the one near the Roshan pit, the one near the bottom jungle rune of Exagi, those were the things that really turned the game around. They just lost too many people too quickly. They couldn't buy back. They didn't have the right items. Sure, they had the right items if the game went on to like a 40-minute or 45-minute game. But like you said, Blade Mail would have been more effective, but he went for the blink first.
So I guess with that, Genesis still remains the team that has yet to be beaten by another team other than Signify. I mean, they played really well. They were just objective Dota. I mean, do this, do that, do this, you end the game.
Get the kill, protect your teammates, get the tower. That's it.
All right, and with that, we do finish our ESL India Premiership stream for tonight. We have more games coming up tomorrow, I'm guessing.
Yes, we do. Clash Royale, Dota 2, and CSGO.
And CSGO. So please do tune in tomorrow at 6:30. The stream goes live at 6:30 with Clash Royale, followed closely by Counter-Strike, and it ends with Dota 2. We had a great time casting today. And I hope
I did.
A special thanks to all our sponsors and all the brands that are working behind this amazing tournament. Omen by HP, Zawi by BenQ, HyperX, and all our love from all of us at Nordwind Gaming. Good night, guys. Have a beautiful evening and take care if you're still in a rainy place.
Bye-bye.
Alright guys, and with that we do end our special episode of ESL India Premiership Day 3. We had a fantastic round of games of Clash Royale and Dota 2, and we're going to head out tomorrow again with a lot of good games coming your way. We're going to have Clash Royale again, we're going to have Counter-Strike, of course, coming back again, and Dota 2. Congratulations to all the players and teams that won today. We here at Northern Gaming are so happy to have showcased these games for you all. We'll see you all really soon. Take care, good night, and keep gaming.
Thank you.